And good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the first show of November, right? It is Monday, November 11th. I hope you all had a great weekend, a happy Halloween, all of the fun stuff that came. It was a big weekend. It was a big weekend. We had Halloween, we had Game 7 of the World Series, we had Saturday night's main event, we had football yesterday. It was a busy weekend. Um, if you know or don't know, being a Bears fan is very traumatizing. Um, I think I could probably, submit a bill to them for the medical help I need after the stuff they put us through. But what a day of football yesterday! I will say that. Now, if this is your first time here, long time here, and you know who you are, where you're from, what's in your cup, and what the weather is like in your area, it's gorgeous out. I think it's like 45 degrees. It is going to be a bright, sunshiny day and week. So we're excited about that. We're rocking the Celsius Astro Vibe. That's what we got. Celsius Astro Vibe this morning. And most importantly, your five things. What are five things that you are going to accomplish today? Now, for us, we got a busy day. Shirts that need to press, design work that needs to get done, product sourcing that needs to get done, pull and ship orders, and DTF as usual. So that is everything that we got rocking and rolling today. What about yours? Let's check in. Honey, good morning to you. And Gabriella, good morning. Linda, hey, all from 56 in Texas. Iced tea in the cup, five things 3D print, post photos online, edit photos, design, 3D hype logo, yep, and bookkeeping. Busy, busy day. Renee, good morning. 42 on the way to 58 there in Chicagoland. Water in the bottle. Tea in the cup, five things. Mom to doctor, 2 to 5, regroup after vacation. Hi, Linda. It's always fun to come back after vacation, right? And Sharon, good morning. Hi, room. Cool by sunny Kansas. Barb, good morning. North Central Minnesota, where it's 40, sunny. Water in the cup. Five things 3D print, 3D printing, monthly embroidery maintenance, test stitch outs, DTF maintenance, sewing alterations. Busy day for Barb. Hi, Barb from Renee. And hi, Linda and Renee from Barb. It's cold this morning. Now it's hot. It won't be hot today. It will not be hot. Keith, good morning from a sunny Space Coast in Florida. Blueberry coffee. That's a new one for me. Blueberry coffee. Sunny over there in Italy. Nancy, happy Monday morning to you as well. What's up, Chuck? Good morning to you. Nice fall weather in Florida. Go Bears. Man, that was so tough. So tough. So stressful. Uh, that was those last 2 minutes. I was texting with Renee and I said there's still a long time for this game to get screwed up, and that was what beginning of the end of third, beginning of the fourth, Renee, and and then she said something. And I screen capped that message earlier and sent it back to her like, it's gonna be there. Being a Bears fan is way, way, way worse. I checked so many great memes this morning about being a Bears fan. So there's that, right? Like, we know this is horrible. Willie, good morning to you. Cindy, good morning. It's 45. I'm drinking a Dreamsicle energy drink. Ooh, five things: stitch towels, bake earrings, card earrings, oil serger, heat and bond fabric, and try to adjust to this time change. Yeah, I forget the time change threw stuff off too. Kim, good morning. Quilting, rhinestone bridal shirts, cut laser designs for Great American Teaching. Very nice. Claire, good morning to you. Jerry, morning. Tea in the cup, cereal in the bowl. Good to see everyone. Steelers won. Yeah, it was a good. Like I said, overall was a good weekend. That time change too. Forgot about that. I typically like wake up between 4 and 5, right, on a typical day. So when we had to move clocks back, and on a Sunday, and I was up at 3. I'm like, come on, and stayed up all late. So last night I was tired. I went to bed early last night. I think it still carries over to today. But that time thing, we people that don't have to deal with that, kudos to you. So we, got through that. It was a gorgeous week now. Tomorrow, Tuesday with Todd, we have some new designs that we're going to drop for Rhinestone. We'll show those off. Could there be a chance we show something off from a canvas machine? Possibly. We did get insulation and stuff taken care of this weekend, so that was all finished up. One compressor's here, so we can get one machine up and going. I'm going to try and see what I can work on tonight. Oh, home healthcare in Moline. Ooh, homebound health. Is that what it is? I think that's a good one. A lot of it's just private stuff. Homebound health would be my go-to. Maybe Cindy can help me out on this. Jody, South Carolina, coffee with caramel macchiato and cutting first rhinestone tint today. Yeah, let's show it off. Let's see what you can do. I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see it. Robin, good morning to you. All right, what do you say? What are we doing? Oh, today, press it till you make it, right? Confidence. Confidence doesn't come from waiting, folks. It comes from pressing just that one shirt at a time until you believe you can do anything. And that's what we're going to talk about today. All right. So I say we get right into it because it is the start of a brand new month. What's that mean? Fresh goals, fresh orders, and maybe even some new supplies because, hey, it's November and stuff's going to be on sale all month. You're going to see those. So, November always brings that mix of excitement and pressure for makers. You're trying to finish the year strong. You're already thinking about Christmas orders, pop-up events, and, those 4 dozen to-dos that are waiting on your table. The truth is you do not have to have it all figured out. You just need to start pressing. Right? Confidence is not something that you're just going to wake up with one morning. It's something that you're going to build with every single shirt, decal, banner, whatever it is, project that you work on, every single one that you finish. Every project teaches you something. Now, the big part of this is the people that look like they have it all together, they don't, right? They got there by showing up messy, showing up scared. They were unsure, and they were just pressing everywhere. Anyway, every mistake, it makes you faster, makes you sharper, makes you more skilled. Press it till you make it just is not a catchy phrase. It's a mindset. It's about taking, imperfect action, stacking your wins, and letting your consistency become your confidence. You do not earn belief before you act. You earn while you work. So, whether you're still finding your footing or you're, gearing up for your biggest season yet, I think today's episode is your reminder that confidence grows from motion, not from magic. So, numero 1, confidence comes from completion, not from perfection. The biggest mistake that makers fall into is waiting to feel confident before they start. You think, hey, once I'm better at designing, once I know how to price, once I know how this works, that they will finally feel ready. But confidence does not come from waiting. It comes from finishing. Every time you complete a project, no matter how small that project is, you are training your brain to trust yourself. Finishing is proof that you can follow through. The more things you finish, the more capable you feel. That's how you replace perfectionism with momentum. When you focus on progress over perfection, you really start stacking those wins that compound over time. Now confidence isn't loud or flashy. It's just that quiet strength that comes from doing something all the way through. Some examples of this is a maker was scared to take their first paid shirt order because they didn't feel they were ready. They did it anyway. And even though maybe one design was a little off center, the customer loved it. And guess what? Now they're running a full-time shop. Another one, delayed launching their website for months, trying to make it perfect. I know I'm speaking to some people on this. When they finally went live with it, with what they had, they made 3 sales that same night. Just do it. Just do it. So that's the action step, is just to pick one project that's 80% done and finish it today. Don't overthink it. Completion is confidence fuel. All right. Number 2 is let's start small and win fast, because big goals, don't get me wrong, they are super exciting, but they are also super overwhelming. The trick to building real, unshakable confidence is to rack up those small wins quickly. You don't need a massive launch or $1,000 sale to feel accomplished. You just need evidence that your efforts are working. When you set goals that you can hit in a day, like posting a design, pressing 3 shirts, emailing one potential client, your list of 5 things, you build momentum that fuels motivation. The small victories are like stepping stones. They make the bigger ones possible. Think of it like pressing shirts. The first press, warms up the platen, gets you in a rhythm, reminds you that you can do this, right? You just, it just, you just get going with it. Now, some examples of this, is an artist challenged herself to post one new design every day for a week. By Friday, they had 5 inquiries and a ton more confidence over what they're doing. Another one made a goal to contact one local coach each day about team uniforms. The third one said yes, and it became their biggest account yet. So, action step for this is write down one tiny goal, just a tiny goal that you can achieve by the end of today, and then actually do it. Success loves repetition. All right. Number 3, let's turn mistakes into milestones. Perfection kills more maker dreams than failure ever could. All right. Truth is, mistakes are the best teachers that you'll ever have. If you let them be, right? I made a mistake. Now I'm going to learn from it. Every crooked press, every smudged print, every design that you forgot to mirror before cutting, it's just a stepping stone to mastery. Confidence grows when you stop fearing mistakes and start learning from them. The best decorators are not perfect. They're just better at recovering. Instead of seeing an error as proof that you're not good enough, start seeing it as proof that you're getting better. Every time you fix something, you're improving your instincts, your process, your skills, and your professionalism. If your press messes up or your vinyl lifts, that's not a failure. That's experience. And you cannot become great without those mother effing moments. We all say that. All right. They're real, and that's what makes it stronger. So some examples of this is a maker ruined an entire batch of mugs before realizing that their paper was the wrong paper. Laughed, fixed it, and now they use the old ones as display samples. Another printer forgot to add a white underbase to their design, wasted 5 things. Instead of quitting, just made a checklist template and hasn't made that mistake since. So, action step is to just write down one mistake that taught you something valuable this year and what you'll do next time differently because of it. All right. Before we get into Form 5, let's check in. Easy. Let's see. Good morning, Robin. Let's see. Renee, I'll find the name. I do have a suggestion. There you go. Nothing's free. Air. That's free, right? Let's see. Completion is not perfection. That's right. I'm not calling anybody out, Renee. Just saying. Yeah, just saying. Good morning, all. This is from Tim. I was trying to knock out a few t-shirt designs and set up an old computer for the tent shop. Had to upgrade that thing. Tim, you've been having some issues. You upgraded it. Look at that. I made the mistake of the wrong paper. I have too before. I should be an expert level by now. Yes, Jerry, you should. Yes, you should. All right. Let's get back into number 4. All right. Number 4 is borrow belief until yours catches up. Oh, no, what does that mean? Well, when your confidence feels low, just borrow someone else's belief. A mentor, a fellow maker, even a past version of yourself. You've already done hard things in life. You just need a reminder that you can do them again. And sometimes the best ways to move forward is to stop over analyzing things, Jerry, and start trusting your own track record. You've figured things out before, right? You'll figure this out too. Borrowing belief is not a weakness. It's a strategy. It's how we bridge that gap from where we are and where we're headed. Now, community will play a huge part in this. So surround yourself with makers who lift you up, not the ones that drain you. There's a lot of that out in the internet land. When you hang around with confident people, confidence rubs off. So, examples of this, a maker in a local craft group posted her first mock-up after months of hesitation. The feedback from peers gave her enough confidence to take her first client's order. Right? Another example is a printer kept a wall of thank you messages from customers. On bad days, reading them, reminding them of why they started and why they are capable. Like this, we got our thank you notes from Miss Iowa Youth. And so, thank you for the t-shirts for all the girls. They're very pretty. I love seeing those when we get pictures like that, when we get pictures of them and they've won and here it is. And we get, all this. I love it. That's why we do it. It makes me smile. All right. So action step for this is just reach out to one person who believes in you and tell them what you're working on. Saying it loud was going to make it real. Now, number 5 is act like the maker that you want to be. Confidence is not about an ego. It's about energy. If you want to feel more capable, start acting like the person who already is. The makers you look up to, they're not superhuman. They've just decided to show up like pros before they felt like pros. Every time that you handle a customer with kindness, every time you stick to a deadline, every time you say, I can figure this out, you are embodying the maker that you want to become. Eventually, your actions are going to catch up with your identity, and one day you'll realize that you are already that person. Press it till you make it just means acting with confidence, even when your hands are shaking. Because every press, every post, and every product pushes you closer to that version of yourself. So, example of this. Maker started packing every order with branded inserts, even when they only had 5 customers. By the time they hit 500, it looked like she'd been ready all along, right? Another designer created a 10-minute studio startup routine every morning. Tidy workspace, music on, to-do list ready, and that can change their entire mindset. So, action step for this is ask yourself, what would a confident maker do next? Then do that exact thing, even if it's scary. So, to recap this, all right, here's how we're going to press it till we make it. Confidence comes from completion, not perfection. We're going to start small and win fast. We are going to turn mistakes into milestones. We're going to borrow belief until yours catches up. And we're going to act like the maker that we want to be. As you kick off November, just remember this. Confidence doesn't just magically fall from the sky. You build it one press, one post, or one project at a time. You do not have to feel until you are ready. You just have to start. Every time you turn on your heat press or open up your design software, you are proving to yourself that you have what it takes. That first thing may not be perfect, but it is one step closer to amazing. So, everybody, let's just take a deep breath. We're going to power that press on, and we're going to get after it today. Because confidence isn't something you find. It is something that you are pressing into existence. And my friends, that is what we have for you on this fine Monday morning. Now, we do this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Make sure to go up wherever it is, like, subscribe, share, ring the bell, do all that thing so you are notified when we go live. Now, Wednesday, we're going to talk about the gratitude and grind, that Thanksgiving hustle. The finding that balance between family time and busy chaos, because how to slow down, reflect, and still make that weekend profitable. Because let's face it, that week is going to be nuts. We don't have school that week, so there's no kids in school. A lot of places are doing Wednesday half day, and then they don't go back until Monday. So you have that time. What are you going to be open? What are you going to do? How are you doing things? There's a lot. So that's what we're going to talk about on Wednesday. All right. Questions, comments, concerns. Let's go back to the comments before we step out of here. Let's see. Let's see. I made this mistake of wrong paper. All right, we got then. Oh, Jerry, did I call you out or something? Hi, Jerry. I have gloves on. Not trying to dirty my keyboard. Rustline, good morning to you. One step at a time, one foot in front of the other. Yep, that's all we had to do. Bling out, I just ruined 6 backpacks pressing a logo on them and ended up being crooked. But when my daughter looked at them, she said, Mom, you're being a perfectionist. So I fixed just 3 of them. You're not the only one that does that. You're not the only one. Have you ever went into a store and you looked at name brand things, Nike, Under Armour, Adidas, and seen how wonky stuff is on theirs and it's just on the shelf and people just spend 3 times more than what they pay for our stuff for it? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I've had all the stuff. I just need very intimidating start. Jody, we got you. You tell us what you need to get help with, and we're gonna help you get there. I have trouble getting these on time because of my cleaning business. All ruts replay. That's what they're there for. Rustling, go back and watch them whenever you need to. And Cindy says, I changed my soldering technique because after using the wrong wire. I destroyed a piece trying to get it hot enough to melt the sterling wire. It looked like something from the Terminator when it happened. Did you take a picture? Did you take a picture and post that, Cindy? Because you should have, because that would have been awesome. That's what we wanted to see, things like that. All right. We're going to let you guys get out of here so you can get on with your day. This week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time is Makers and Movers Podcast. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time is Tuesday with Todd. We will be doing that, and we've got new designs that we're releasing. Tuesday, Thursday is Hall of Fame training with Pilar, so you want to be in for that. And make sure to pay attention to all of our social media channels because you never know when flash deals are going to pop up this month. Ooh. So we'll start talking about more of that. All right. Everybody have an amazing day. We will be back here tomorrow night or Wednesday. We'll be back here, whenever you want to see us. So until next time, stay in the studio. Okay. There's a little thing that popped up here. I wasn't sure what that was. So you have an amazing day. Peace, love, press on. We will see you then.